There's a lot of moving parts there because it's a very difficult crime.
Reading Fire Chief Todd Owens is Special Operations Chair of the Hamilton County Arson Task Force.
Our evidence is sometimes compromised by the fire scene itself, or damaged, or leaves with the arsonist. People are curious about it because it doesn't happen with any real frequency.
He investigated a playground fire in 2012 at Voorhees Park in Reading. He says teenagers started the fire in a garbage can that spread to the roof of a picnic shelter.
That small trash can fire progressed to a fully involved structure fire in about 15 minutes.
He says it was a difficult fire to put out.
We had a lot of that material underneath that shelter, so it contributed to the rapid spread of that fire, especially being all plastic.
They solved that case by interviewing witnesses and bystanders. It's the first thing arson investigators do when they arrive on a scene. Next, they talk to the firefighters.
Did you have difficulty extinguishing the fire? Did the fire get bigger when you applied water? Did it spread out when you applied water, which could be indicative of the spreading of an accelerant that was already on the ground?
Arson investigators work from the least burned area to the most damaged, taking photos and using drones, trying to find where the fire originated.
We used several different processes. We used laboratories. We brought canines out.
Cincinnati Fire Chief Frank McKinley says they used dogs to help determine the cause of the fire that damaged the Big Mac Bridge, as well as lab testing and boots on the ground work.
A lot of video. They used a lot of phone records. They used license plate readers. That's what actually led us to our first arrest.
Why do people start fires? An expert I spoke with says there's many different reasons. It could be to cover up a different crime or for an insurance claim. Sometimes it's for spite or revenge. But very rarely is a mental disorder like pyromania actually to blame. When somebody intentionally sets a fire, but they don't think it's going to get that big and really cause a lot of damage, is that a defense?
I would say no. It's reckless at a minimum what they're doing there.
Owens praised Cincinnati fire investigators for solving the case so quickly and defends why they never gave a public update on the case before the arrest.
They were on top of this right away. But one thing that I think the public doesn't really understand is that any little bit of information that they release could negatively impact their investigation.
Paula Christian, WCPO 9, I-Team.